just because this guy does look a little bit evil.
He flies out of studios like, I'm done with this game. I'm an angel now. All right, well, he's 1-2. And the games that he has played this season were incredible.
They've all been really intense. That's the thing I love about this guy. When he comes into the booth, I'm like, okay, he's going to give us some really nice games to watch. He hasn't played against Terran just yet, but we're gonna get a little treat. He's going to be up against one of the best Terrans that we have in all of Pro League. This is, of course, Maru for JINAIR Greenwing, 6-2 so far.
Oh man, Maru, one of the best Terran players in the world right now. 1 of 3 in Code S. And the only Terran player to be doing successful, consistently compared to, except the other two in this league. He's playing in 2 leagues now as a Terran player and having success. And in Korea right now, nobody who is Terran is happy, and nobody is getting sent out. He's the only Terran player we will see this week. And we might not have even seen him today if JINAIR had gotten the 3-0. KassiA getting focused, getting ready. He's feeling that stress already, and
He's getting that dark energy together right in the middle of his heart.
Oh, I am so excited for this one. If KassiA can pull off the upset and take out Maru, we will go to the ace match. The map is Outboxer. Let's not waste any more time. Let's jump to the game right now.
LTA는 SK텔레콤.
Down here in the bottom right, the red Zerg we've been talking about all this time. It is KassiA.
And to the top, in the left, in the blue, formerly of Prime, currently for JINAIR, it's Maru. And this is the first time he has to play against his former teammates this season. And it's Prime's last time playing, and he will have to play against them. He will actually be one part, if he wins, in their demise today, his former team. And since he's so recently joined JINAIR, I'm sure that definitely holds some weight in his mind right now as he goes into this match, because he knows these players. He's trained with them. He sat on the team bench with them in the GSTL in a different team league tournament. So KassiA is a player who is just all over the map with the Zerglings, constant harassment, really good reaction time. And what I expect to see on this map is mech from Maru, because he's shown it to us so many times recently in Pro League, and just showcasing how when you start things out with mech, you can do so much damage with Hellions, with Banshees, and then going into little tiny timings where he has only a few siege tanks, he forces cancels on bases, tries to kill 4th bases, and he's he tries to make mech look mobile, like we've said about him several times, and I expect to see that again from him today.
Yeah, Maru and Flash, two of the big Terran players out here who love to play that mech style up against Zerg. No. I was trying to read that sign and see what it said, but wasn't sure exactly what it was.
I think it said 정말 아픈 KassiA. Like, I don't know what it means. Like, he's really in pain. I don't know why he's in pain, but I think that's what it said at the end. I don't know what he means by that, but
maybe Maru is going to come in and do a bunch of damage to him, and
make him
he's
really
going to be in pain.
I hope he's not in pain. Like, if he's in pain, I hope he feels better.
I hope he's okay.
But Reaper coming out here. This is the build that we're seeing almost every Terran player do. Just 2 Reapers, pressure. He's not doing the Dream variation where you bunker the natural to try to force more Zerglings. He's just going to do double Reapers, come over, see if he can force some spores to be canceled, and the transition into Factory will be what we see next as he gets Hellions out and just heaps on the pressure. This is how Terran has to play against the Zerg. Always aggressive. If you ever stop attacking, putting pressure on a Zerg player in this matchup, then you're probably behind because you lost the units that you can pressure with. You always want to be attacking, and here comes that first Reaper. Poking a little bit, actually just waiting for the Zerglings to pop out of that egg.
Yep, he's waiting there. He's got his 2 guns, he's firing at that hatchery. He's like, come out to play.
Zerglings rallied away, of course, immediately. He tries to get a trap here, KassiA. Not able to get it, though. A nice idea, on the other hand.
KassiA, always very big on attention to detail. He always is just there with the little tips and tricks. Has burrowed Zerglings all over the map, of course, at times. And this time, just keeping those Zerglings at the top of the ramp, right out of vision, waiting to possibly bait that Reaper and coming up into those Zerglings. This is an unfortunate Overlord. Doesn't look like it'll go down, though. With these two Reapers, he is going to be a bit of an annoyance to this Prime Prayer, KassiA.
Yeah. The Overlord does escape, of course, and that's really important because he wants to, if he can, identify a Cloak Banshee coming next. Queen over here taking some shots, but the Reaper's not going to be able to finish her off with his own support. That transferring drone is a bit bold. Does actually get over.
That guy did not care at all about those Reapers. He was just going on his way. So he's got a job to do.
Drone speed's actually about to finish, so he may lose these Reapers if he doesn't send them back really soon. Okay, so he knows the timing. This is how crisp this build is for Maru. He knows exactly when speed's about to finish. He leaves right away. And we will see Banshees. The question is, does he commit to Cloak? Maru has shown in the past that he doesn't always. And when you don't get scouted, sometimes committing to Cloak isn't for you. And it's a good choice. Cloak's always going to be useful later on if you can play enough style because you can go for just harassment with those Banshees, killing bases. When you start to get the mech upgrades, it's insane how much damage they can do to a hatchery so quickly. So, looks like he is going to commit to it, at least for now. The Overlord will come in here, and it looks like he's going to be able to see it. Yeah, he already does.
Sees that upgrade going down on that starport. Of course, here a bunch of these units are over at the third base. Want to at least force some units to come over there and stop them.
Yeah, you know what? With no queens over here, he's taken so many hit point losses on this hatchery already. And I love that Sport Brawler. That's going to be really useful. That may actually save the hatchery for him later. Now starts to send the queens over. He's going to need detection, and he's going to need a lot of anti-air here to defend this hatch. Here comes the rest of those Hellions. Looks like he lost one of his Reapers. Not sure what happened there. But that hurts a little bit of DPS for Maru. But the hatchery already down to half hit points here.
I love what he's doing with this. He's just getting as much damage onto that hatchery so that when the Banshees come out here with Cloak, he could possibly take it out right away. Here comes the first Banshee. Like you said, that first Spore, though, is coming into position, wants to root right away.
Oh, he needs to root it. There he goes. But that's
giving me a heart attack, man.
That actually will likely defend the hatch for him. It's not over yet. The Banshee can still try to find a sweet spot. But, wow, really nicely played here by KassiA. He's got Spore set up in all of his hatches. And Maru doesn't get the damage that he'd like to. And look what we have at home, actually. It's 2 engineering bays. This is not what I expected to see. And he considers going for a run-by. It's not. So
it's scary, man. You're not sure exactly what's in there, and if you go for that and you lose everything, that's a lot of your ground armory that you're going to lose. I mean, with those 2 engineering bays, is he going to go into bio with this? I mean,
yeah, he's got stim, and he's basically doing the unexpected. And we've seen a lot of players switch to mech almost exclusively in their TVZs, and then others playing bio only. And Maru's just showing that he can still switch between both, and both strategies are definitely still viable. We've seen a lot of players attempt to go bio in GSL Pro Days recently. That Overseer is not ready. He needs to get away and get behind that Spore Crawler. Behind the Spore.
Get behind the Spore, man.
Get behind the Spore.
He really has to, though. He's got to be careful. A bunch of these drones going down, and with those Hellions over there at that third, could possibly go for some drone kills at the third as well. We see a nice little blue speck in that bottom left as well. Looks like another Banshee coming all the way around.
Hydro stand being made right now, but he needs to be very careful here. Hellions get trapped, on the other hand. How many drones is he going to get with this? That's the question. So far, it's been not so many, but one more lineup could change things. Transfusions on drones going down to save them. Oh, my God.
And that's 19 in total right now. Not sure exactly how many got right there, but that's got to be at least maybe 7 or 8.
Well, you know, that could have been so bad for KassiA. He took a bad situation and transfused so many drones. Yeah. And that's never, of course, energy efficient, but it's definitely something that is going to keep some of his harvesters alive. And that was a solid defense there. He could have lost all of his drones with a little bit worse control. And Maru is going into this pure marine style that is really, really scary if you can keep your opponent's Baneling count low. Hydralisks are coming out here for KassiA, and the question is, has he seen what Maru is up to, the Hydralisk may just be a deterrent for the Banshees, and that may be all he commits to, but he's actually making quite a few. Against pure Marine, Hydralisk can do well, but when you have a lot of medevacs, that changes very quickly.
Yeah. One thing about KassiA's player, I mean, he was able to see those 2 engineering bays go down, so he's got to have some inkling in his mind to be like, okay, well, it's got to be bio here, right? But he's got to be careful with these units. Doesn't want to lose them. A ton of these are units coming across the map, even without this creep.
This is scary, man. This is 16 Banelings with Hydralisk. It's a Hydra Baneling timing. I don't think anyone's ever seen this before. SCV's being pulled off the line here already. Maru realizes there's no way, with no combat shields on his Marines, he's holding against Hydra Baneling, walking down on his ramp right now. He needs more defense at his natural. Here we go. Hydra is starting to come in. They've got so much DPS. Those Banshees aren't going to help out too much. The bunkers aren't ready. And can KassiA pull an upset with this attack? Good splitting here by Maru, but the Hydras are still alive. Not a lot of medevacs here. The Queen's ready for transfuse. SCV's off the line. What am I seeing? Banelings are killing SCVs. And Maru may die to his former teammate attacking with Hydralisk, Banelings, and Queens. One siege at the top of the ramp is going to help out, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. He's got an Overseer for vision as well. Maru is in trouble.
Maru is in huge trouble here. He's had to pull so many of these SCVs off the line, and with more of these Banelings coming in here, basically the Sage Tank is his only hope. Decent splitting here as well, but so many of these units going down. Looks like he's going to hold it off for now, but a bunch more Zerglings coming in.
The rings here are so important, but I don't think he's going to be able to end the game right now. Too much bio. Marauders there with help of the medevacs will push this back. And it just goes to show, without medevac support, it's so hard to defend against this type of push with Hydralisk especially. But once you get enough medevacs out, you get the bio up, and you can push the Hydras back. Hydra's good transfuse, but he lost so much. He lost all his Queens, and now it's 3 CCs. And Maru has those upgrades for his bio. He didn't lose any of his production, so he has this wave of units coming across the map. And with no Mutalisk, no Spire, drop flight could be deadly.
This Baneling speed is coming out here, as well as a nice surround on a bunch of these units, but with the medevac it's going to be really hard to take him out. Takes out all those Zerglings, but the Baneling's not the greatest hits as well. He's got to get more units over here to deal with this army.
Oh, this is terrible for KassiA now. He was really on a razor-thin edge of just winning the game and ending the game. That attack he did was basically an all-in because he has no tech, right? He doesn't have Baneling speed. He doesn't have his 1-1 out. And his 1-1 that he's making right now is for Hydralisk. Looks like he's still going to try to make the Hydralisk work a little bit, maybe defensively here. But notice how quickly Maru is able to close the gap because he knows he has all that production in his main base. He can make so many Marines, all those barracks. These Banelings are not ready. And I think this may be game-ending here, what Maru has coming across the map, because the Banelings aren't ready. They don't get any damage done. There's only a few Hydralisks left. Not enough. Not the Hydralisk count he needs. Baneling speed is ready now, but it's a bit too late.
Oh, it is definitely too late. With all of those Banelings going down, no more Banelings right now, only fighting with a bunch of these Zerglings. GG! Maru takes the game after holding a crazy push out of KassiA. 3-1 to JINAIR Groomings.
I mean, that was on the edge of a razor-thin edge of him not winning
the
this
sharpest
game.
blade of Pro League.
That was so close to killing Maru. But if he holds at all, I mean, if he lost even more and holds, he just has all the tech and he has 3 CCs with mules. He's got so much production. KassiA with, I don't know what he was thinking when he first made the Hydralisk 10. Maybe it was an idea for Banshee defense. Maybe he thought Maru was going back and he wanted to go Hydras against that. But, you know, he hit that Hydra Baneling timing on Outboxer. Rush distance not too far. Thought he could get some damage done. Thought he could end the game because, let's be honest, if you don't end the game with that, you lose the game. And he almost did. He almost made it work. Maru did not have bunkers ready. He lost his entire wall in seconds to the Banelings.
Yeah, the thing about that is that Maru